Hello everyone, welcome to this channel update and health update. Yesterday, March 4th, I had to go to the hospital for an appointment with a hematologist. If you haven't heard that word before, blood doctor. That's what they specialize in. A blood test I did in December showed abnormally high dense number of red blood cells. That's not good. It hadn't, you know how it is with everything. There's these ranges, and if you're within that low range and high range, everything's okay. But if you get close to either edge, you have concern. You have worries that you need to find out what's going on. Well, I was at that higher edge. When I went yesterday, I found out I've actually gone over. So that's not good. The cause could be something simple. But anyways. So this is something that I have been dealing with stress-wise since December, knowing that there's something wrong, but not knowing what. And yesterday when I went, we went over the most recent blood results, and they showed, like I said, oh, I've broken that threshold, things are bad. Well, basically what happens when you're, and I've gone through this before with the sciatic nerve and my spine, I didn't get any kind of answers initially. Usually when you go to the doctor, you go, ow, my arm hurts when I do this, do a few tests. Oh, you've buggered up your rotator cuff or, something like that. You get an answer right away. When it's a special scenario, you don't. And not knowing what's going on for long periods of time is highly, highly stressful. So I've been dealing with this for 3-4 months, and I go in and, well, this is what it could be. We don't know. We have to run more tests and see if anything shows in these tests, which also translates to, if these tests aren't showing anything, we need to keep looking. But if they do show something, you get your answer. But so I go in, what could be the problem? I could have developed a disease that's affecting my blood. It could be cancer. It's a very low percentage chance. Yes, it could be something like leukemia affecting the blood, that sort of thing. But my percentage chance of getting cancer is slightly higher than the average person who doesn't have a history of cancer in their family. I mentioned before, my mother passed away more than a decade now, 2007, of cancer. So that's something that always has to be considered. I have a higher percentage chance. That's not good. Mind you, if the chance that this is cancer is like, say, 1/100th of a percentage, mine might be a fraction of that, slightly higher, not even hitting 1%. So it's just recognizing that it could be higher, that needs to be kept in the foreground and checked. It could be various kinds of diseases. It could be something like sleep apnea, and it could be other things. We don't know. So all this is being told to me on my birthday too. Yesterday, March 4th, was my birthday. I didn't do a video or a post or anything like that because I was and am so stressed from this health problem that I'm now dealing with. and it's just, yeah, it's very hard to get this kind of news with not knowing what's wrong, and you need more time to find out and try and have a good birthday. I had an okay birthday afterwards, but I'm getting sidetracked here. So all this stress is so intense, powerful, that it is obviously affecting some mental health stuff. Feeling sad might go to depression, or there might be some depression. You need to make that distinction between the two, right? And this morning, after feeding Sushi, I realized that the best thing that I could do for myself is take time for myself. Try and get through some of the worst stress of this. Because yesterday I did blood work. And I have to wait a month. It's not until April that I go back to the hospital to speak with the hematologist to see if anything showed up in those initial first tests. Yeah. So we're up to 5.5 months, something like that, of no answers, of a blood problem. That's not good. So lots of stress. So I want to take a week or two to look after myself, to help myself, my mental health, do things for me. And I'm going to go slightly sidetracked. This is important for you too. If you're watching this, don't feel that you need to go out of your way for anything or what have you. If you're going through so much of a situation right now, look after yourself first, and then worry about some of the other things, Like if you're doing YouTube and you happen to watch me, take time away from the channel. Now, I have some videos in backlog. I'll be uploading those. I'll try and do one video a day. And if I happen to feel like recording a video over the next week or 2 weeks, then I will record a video of a game. And go from there, and just look after myself and do what I want to do. Okay, I always do what I want to do, but not worry about the channel, worry about the content, focusing on this. Recently uploaded video the other day, and it turns out that it's desynced. I thought it was fixed. If I feel up to it, I'll look into it. I will attempt to fix the video again and upload a fixed video, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it. I'm not going to stress over it and try and get it fixed. That's what I mean by take time for myself. As much as I enjoy editing, as much as I enjoy that, there is a certain amount of pressure, there's a certain amount of stress when you're trying to fix something, you're trying to get stuff out on time. And even if it's for fun, it does create some stress. Well, I'm not going to do that. It sounds selfish, but I need to look after me. And it's also a message to you. You need to look after you. That's very important when stuff like this comes along. And no, it has nothing, by the way, to do with being a year older. I posted this on on Twitter, where yes, you can follow me. That I turned 44 yesterday. I'm comfortable with that. I was comfortable with turning 40. I was comfortable with turning 35 and 30 and hitting 25 and 20 and stuff like that. The age is okay. It happens to all of us, surprisingly, that we age. So that's not having a bearing on this. I'm young at heart. I try to have a good time. I try to live a good life. So that's not a big issue. But the other stuff, this health stuff, it's wearing me down. And that's where the time to myself comes into play. I know I'm saying that a lot, but I really do want to get it across that it's all right to do this. It's all right to take a break. It's all right to stop and have a timeout and things like that. Because if you don't, you can end up in a worse place, and we don't want that. No. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done today. I watched a pile of videos before feeling like I was up to recording this. Played some RimWorld. Yeah. Not too sure what I'm going to play next after this. But, I'm going to end it here. And, let's get some nice rest, and enjoy our time. Until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone, and please look after yourselves. Don't push too hard.